My first question to you is, what initially attracted you to the role of Shakira?
Shakura kind of speaks to a new wave of church going and also to women in the church and like women in positions of leadership. I just thought it was really interesting how I call it like the velvet glove, how like smooth she is about things. And she seems so carefree and light and fun. And at the same time, very ambitious, you know? So that was really what drew me to her in particular. But the project itself, Adamma, the writer director, Sterling, Regina, all the producers, you know, it goes without saying. I was like, I'm only in a few scenes, but I really want to do this.
I think one of my favorite scenes. I go back. It's in the trailer too, but I go back to that scene that you have with Regina and Sterling, and it's like you're right because Sterling kind of has Regina in that kind of reserved woman role, but you're very vocal in that sit down and
Yeah.
and I thought it was just a beautifully kind of profound moment in the film. Um, Speaking of Adame, this is her feature film directorial debut, which watching the movie you would never in a million years imagine, because her work is just so great in it. What's it like working with her?
Ooh, she has so many great ideas. Uh, I'm really looking forward to see what she does next. I think the world is going to be blown away by what she's created in her first, right? Um, but yeah, working with her, she just has so many ideas. And then she also gives you space to play around, to improvise. For me, she gave me very specific, not people, but like types of churches and things to look at for research. So I feel like she's also very clear. Um, yeah, it's really interesting to have someone who's so confident. They know what they want, but they can give you a little bit of space to figure it out as well and to play. And I think that that's why we have such a great result. Um, I wish, I mean, I saw some of the work that Regina and Sterling did and some of the playing but I wish I could have had more scenes with them, honestly, because the stuff that they really took it out there. And we actually did a scene or two where actually that scene that you're talking about with all four of us, we improvised some of that. I think what made it into the cutting room floor was mostly what was scripted, but the improvisation was wild. And most directors don't let you just play like that.
Yeah, because like I said, I can imagine like that was going to be one of my questions is about that scene is just like what kind of was improvised. Like I just imagine because it's just such a funny moment for your side of things. Like you're just being so serious, but yet like they're taking it so defensive. It's perfect. You worked on this project. Obviously, it was filmed during the pandemic, and then of course it premieres. And you 8 months later, now we're here. Like you have the movie. What's it like finally being here? Like you had two films released at Sundance, and now we are back to back weeks of your films being released. What's it like finally being here to have the conversation about the films?
I feel blessed that I have the opportunity. I feel really lucky that this is happening. That I got to work with such brilliant people and that they wanted my voice to be a part of it. That's a huge honor. Yeah, and I'm ready for the world to see it. I think it's going to be fun. And I think people are going to be like, what is Nicole out there doing? Like, this is very different. They're two very different projects.
That's one thing you notice as well. While working on this project in specific, what's something that Nicole learned about herself in the shoes of Shakira?
Oh, that's juicy. Look at you. Uh, what did I learn about myself? I actually learned that I love singing with a partner. I don't mind doing like a duet. I really enjoyed playing around with Conphidance. Like we had a really good time. Our dynamic was fun. And that I want to do more comedy, maybe dark comedy.